From the ongoing construction saga along the St. Mary's Strip to cold winter weather headed our way and preparations right here in the city of San Antonio. A lot to talk about today with Mayor Ron Nirenberg, who joins us now for our KSAT Q&A. Mayor, thanks for being here as always on Tuesdays. Let's first talk about this winter weather, this freeze expected later this week. What preparations is the city making right now if people need help during that time?
Yes, well, we're making a lot of preparations. And first to note, what we've been hearing from the weather forecasting, the meteorology, as well as from the state and our local, is that this is going to be a little bit different of a cold snap. This is going to be pretty dry. So we don't anticipate any precipitation. That always complicates things exponentially, but it's going to be very, very cold. So the city released a list of warming centers that will be open starting Thursday afternoon. And of course, anybody that needs a ride to a warming center just simply needs to call 311. There's 7 of those that are going to be located throughout the city. So hopefully accessible for most folks without needing assistance. But if you do need assistance, call 311. Also, VIA is going to be offering free rides to those warming centers. Our biggest concern, honestly, is unsheltered individuals. And so for the last week and a half or so, our homeless outreach has been working to talk to those folks who are out there to make sure that they have the proper supplies, that they have blankets, et cetera, and that are also, we're trying to convince them to come into shelter. Haven for Hope is going to be expanding their intake hours, and we have shelters with churches, et cetera, all throughout the city that are going to be taking folks in, because it's going to be very cold, deathly cold if you're out there unprotected. So we're encouraging folks to get to shelter. For most residents, the thing to keep in mind is the 4 Ps, pets, plants, people, and pipes. And from SAWS, they're encouraging folks to empty out their water pipes that might be exposed to the external conditions. And just practice, common sense. Wrap the outdoor faucet, hose bibs, that sort of thing. Just protect yourself, because this is going to be a hard freeze. It's going to go into the upper teens, and preparation is going to be key. I will tell you, there's always a concern because, frankly, in my view, the state hasn't really addressed the overall grid issues at the state from Winter Storm Uri. But we are assured from ERCOT that there is enough capacity on the grid to meet demand. That's certainly the case here in San Antonio with CPS Energy, and we had a board meeting yesterday to go over that. But ERCOT is pretty adamant about the fact that there's enough capacity on the grid to meet that demand. But of course, we had a lot of learning after Winter Storm Uri. We've got a lot of fail-safes in place with regard to generation, backup generation, our critical care circuits, et cetera. We'll be on standby for any contingency, and including if we see any unforeseen precipitation. But there's a lot of prep getting to this point, and we want to make sure that we're as safe and protected as possible.
All right, Mayor, if we could shift gears here real quick. I want to talk about the ongoing construction there on the St. Mary's Strip. All those business owners have been putting up with it for quite some time. There have been delays. There's also been some money offered to them, which they were not exactly happy about the amount. What is the latest on that situation? Are we on target to get that job done on time? Where do things stand there?
Yeah. So I will tell you, it's frustrating all around watching this North St. Mary's Strip saga unfold. I will tell you that the original project timeline was changed in June because of the scope of that project changed. But since then, we've been putting the pressure on the contractor to speed up construction. And I have been briefed that the construction completion date is March. So it's coming up, and that date has not slipped. And so we are focused on making sure that project is completed. Now, there was a discussion at the council committee the other day about things that we can do to enhance the business opportunities there and make sure that, frankly, people know that those businesses are open on the St. Mary's Strip. If you want to go to your favorite restaurant or bar on the Strip, they are open. And I would encourage that, especially as we get into the holiday season, go patronize your local businesses, and that includes on the St. Mary's Strip. The program that was proposed by city staff, frankly, got a lot of criticism because it was focused on making sure that we're driving customers to those establishments. but we're going to continue to work to make sure that we're addressing the needs of those businesses. We don't want to see construction cause the decline of businesses on the long term, because once this project is done, it's going to be good for everybody, but we want to make sure that we endure until then. So there's going to be continued work to make sure that we're not just expecting the businesses themselves to take on this burden by themselves.
Yeah, you mentioned that criticism, and we heard that from business owners after the approval of that money going towards them to help with things like marketing, so people know that they're up and running for those bars and venues. They were saying we need more than that. They need more to keep their doors open, especially after surviving COVID and now dealing with this. So is there any opportunity for more assistance in terms of actually keeping the doors of these businesses open that could be discussed on the city's part?
You know, that pilot program that was recommended by staff was put together in consultation with the Small Business Advisory Committee, because we heard that one of the concerns was driving customers to businesses that are open but are suffering because of people not going over there because of construction. We want to make sure that, again, construction is not dissuading people from visiting those businesses that want to go. So that's a primary focus, but we're going to continue to have conversations with those businesses to make sure they're addressing needs. You know, one of the pilot programs that was created back in 2014 was focused on CPS and SAWS bills relief for those small businesses. The size of the program, frankly, there wasn't that many people that made use of that program, but we're going to continue to look at that as one opportunity that we have control over to help provide a little bit of relief. But again, the big picture is we want to make sure that we get this project done on time, get it done by March, so that those businesses will reap the benefits of this construction project, which frankly is going to really improve the North St. Mary's Strip long term once it's completed.
All right, Mayor Ron Nirenberg, thanks so much for sharing some time with us here this evening. And I do want to mention that we have the list of those warming centers that the city will be opening and ways that you can get help from VIA on our website as well.
And Myra, may I add one other thing? This is important for our unsheltered population and folks who may be working in this area. If you need to connect with that hotline, it'll be open extended hours starting Thursday. And that number to call is 210-207-1799. That's the Homeless Connection Hotline if anybody needs that assistance.
210-207-1799. Thanks, Mayor.
That's right.
Stay warm out there. Have a happy and safe holiday season. Merry Christmas.
You as well. Thanks so much.
Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.